Thanks to all the people that made me aware of this interaction between Jeren from the Jeranism channel and Will Duffy. This little conversation took place a couple of weeks ago now, and I was only made aware of it yesterday in the comment section of my most recent video. So thank you guys for highlighting this. And this is a prime example of why I go under the banner of demonstrable reality rather than flat earther. Jeren here is going to display his faulty logic for us all to see here and highlight big problems with his approach regarding this subject that is the shape of the earth.
So again, live music says again, level earth observers on point. What Jeren is saying is total shill level. How in the F would this change anything? I just told you how it would change something. The sun going around your head doesn't match your model.
Jeren, I hate to break it to you, mate. I don't have a model. I'm a demonstrable realist, which means I stand by scientific demonstrations, practical references we can all test and verify for ourselves. The results of which prove the globe is impossible. So why would I push a model, particularly one that I haven't verified for myself? Right from day one, I saw the problems in pushing things that hadn't been verified. And here we are, all these years later, seeing the problems expose themselves for all to see.
Period. This is nothing new. Nothing new. This is why we say there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Who's we, Jeren? I've never made claims about what goes on in Antarctica because I haven't been there. I don't need to make claims because whatever happens in Antarctica in the sky will never change the physical results of demonstrable reality. So who cares what goes on in the sun in Antarctica? The only people that care are people who promoted things that they couldn't verify for themselves. That's you, Jeren. All you needed to do was stand by what is. But instead of doing that, you've gone out of your way to stand by things you haven't verified whatsoever, at the expense of demonstrable reality, which can be tested and verified by all, which of course proves the globe's impossible. Jeren, what are you playing at? And why are you wearing a tin foil baseball cap? That's not funny, mate. That's just mockery. There's something going on here. I'm trying to be nice about this. I really am. And it's not easy for me. I'm a passionate person. I've got some rough edges. I'm real. And I say it how it is. And I'm trying to be diplomatic here in how I approach this silliness. Dear, oh dear.
Because it doesn't match our model. And you're like, what is going down there and seeing the 24-hour sun do to anything? What do you mean? Why have we been saying there's not one? We might as well just say there is one. Oh, there is a 24-hour sun, but we're still flat. Nobody says that. Why not? You guys are all backstepping.
No. Why would I backstep? I don't need to. I only stand by what is. You're now expecting everyone to go along with your claims, Jeren. This is very suspicious. Jeren wants now everyone to go under the banner of his own claims. Can you see what's going on here, people?
You guys are all backstepping. It's clear.
Can I say something about Level Earth Observer?
Sure.
His big thing is demonstrable reality. And I'm finding it difficult to see that he cares about the demonstrable reality of what the sun does in Antarctica.
Will, who cares what the sun does in Antarctica? Let's say, hypothetically, it goes around, it circles you. Now what? You've disproven a model which Jeren had pushed without verifying it. Big deal. Doesn't prove the globe. The globe's impossible. Can you not see the problem here at play, guys? Don't get me wrong, if you guys go down there and you see there's no 24-hour sun, great. Great. You've proven the globe's impossible again. We all know that anyway, based on physical demonstrations. We don't need observations. But Will, demonstrable reality, mate, proves the globe's impossible. I said to you when we interacted a couple of videos back, I'll come to Antarctica if you've got some practical references that back your claims regarding the globe Earth and your observation should the sun circle in Antarctica for 24 hours. Still waiting for that demo, Will. So that kind of gives the game away as far as what the globe's got. Nothing.
I just think it's weird that we've been saying, so basically everyone, if you're on the same page I am, we've all been saying.
Nah, I'm not on the same page as you. And who's all we? My name's brought up and then it's we've all been saying. Jeran, I've never said things about places I haven't been to, all right? Antarctica in the winter months. Why would I entertain something that ultimately, as far as demonstrable reality is concerned, is irrelevant?
That there is no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Now, because he's come out with this experiment, now people are saying it doesn't matter if there is.
It's an observation, Jeran, not an experiment. An observation that doesn't have any experiments to back its fucking fundamental claims, Jeran. What is going on here? Maybe Jeran should be wearing that tinfoil baseball cap because he's not making any sense whatsoever.
Which doesn't make any sense. Then why have you been saying that there isn't one?
Jeran, the only person who's been saying that is you and your pals. And you didn't go down to verify it before you made those statements. Rather than cite and stand by demonstrable reality, which would have put an end to this years ago, you've pushed maps and models in favour of physical demonstrations. Jeez.
I don't get that. The reason that we say there isn't one is because it's impossible on a globe Earth. And when we go looking for evidence that there happens, we don't find it. So that means that there isn't one that happens in the South. So then I'm able to have balls and say, all right, let's go down there and see if it does. You guys are like, well, even if it does, you're a shill now. That's just a joke to me, man. I don't want to be part of a community.
Problem is, Jeran, your logic is so flawed, you end up looking very, very suspicious. You push maps and models instead of physical demonstrations. You look up at the sky for your proof of your flat earth. No, mate. No. You've been caught in this false dichotomy pantomime. And as a result now, you're gaslighting your viewers here, potentially. Okay? Do I think there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? I don't care. Do I really think there is? Maybe. I don't know. Perhaps there's something going on there that gives you light for 24 hours. But let me state this now. The fact this observation is being cited as an experiment, I expect your observation to be done under proper scientific conditions. I expect it to be filmed, uncut from multiple different angles. I'm expecting footage of the sun for 24 hours continuous. Anything else is a fail. I'm also expecting cross-referencing, looking at the sun with filters from various different locations at the same time, looking at the sunspots. So we can eliminate any issues there regarding different suns and stuff. Do this scientifically correct, okay? The bottom line is the globe's impossible. That's already proven. The only thing this potentially could prove is the map and model which Jeran has decided to take on board himself and believe in. The only thing this might prove is that the map and model he chose to entertain could be wrong. But let me say this, that will come at quite a big cost given the fact that how the mainstream media manipulate situations with their endless budget. That will be a huge blow to your flat earth and anyone that criticises the globe earth theory. Simply because of people like Jeranism pushing a map and model rather than physical demonstrations. This is just ridiculously deluded, quite sad, and highlights the problems I've been speaking about for years.
That you basically are saying that it doesn't matter what we ever see or what we ever show or what reality ever dictates, that you just have a position that you're willing to sit on no matter what. And to me, that's...
Jeran, let's say the sun circles in Antarctica for 24 hours. How does that suddenly mean a tower crane can be dead still and plumb whilst doing ludicrous speeds in 4 different directions like the globe earth theory suggests? Tell me. And once you've finished babbling, cite me some demonstrable proof that would back that up. That's the problem. Demonstrable reality proves the globe is impossible, Jeran. That's all you need. you're causing nothing but confusion and potentially one hell of a big downfall pantomime for the flat earth because of your belief system.
We get into this whole thing about flat earth and we talk from a position that we're saying we believe in reality, we believe in truth. These guys make up shit, dark matter, dark energy, tell us how fast we're going, say the sun's 800,000 miles wide, and things that don't match reality. So that if somebody comes and says, well, now we have evidence that this does, and you're saying, oh, now it doesn't matter to us, then what have you been doing for 9 years? Have you just been lying to everybody?
I've been standing by things that could be tested and verified, Boyle. What have you been doing for the last 9 years? Cashing in, adverts, super chats, pushing maps, models, doing conferences. Let's think about this. Who's the one who stands on sacred, truthful ground? The one that hasn't asked for a penny, that can't be refuted, but can be verified by every single person on this earth through physicality? Or the one that asks for super chats, has adverts, does conferences, sells t-shirts and mugs, wears silly baseball caps, and potentially thinks demonstrable reality is wrong based on what he sees in the sky? Come on, folks. This is getting silly.
I haven't been. I've been saying there is no 24-hour sun. If there was, then that would be evidence of a globe.
So, you heard it there. According to Jeran, if he sees a 24-hour sun, that is evidence of a globe. That means, in Jeran's eyes, every single scientific demonstration on this earth, which we can test and verify for ourselves, will be wrong, according to Jeran, if he sees a 24-hour sun in Antarctica in December. Look what a mess this is turned into, based on people pushing things that haven't been verified, rather than standing by things that can be verified. Dear oh dear, all you need is demonstrable reality. Do I think there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Who knows? I don't care. It doesn't change the results of demonstrable reality. Fact. Be interesting to see how this pans out. But one thing that's great about all of this, so many people have shown their hand over this and exposed themselves or their faulty logic here for all to see. Have a good one, everyone.